Okay, I'm here again, and I had to record this video again because this time I forgot to record the audio. So this is the circuit we made during the class, and now I'm going to code and explain the code. Okay, so first I will create a variable called BT, which means button, and BT will be equal to 12. I'll also create a new variable called lad, which will be equal to 11. And I'll also create an auxiliary variable called status, and status. And I won't give any value to this variable. Now I'll create the function setup. Okay, done. And here I will initialize the serial monitor, which we are going to use to see the data we are receiving from the button. So here, serial dot begin 9600, which is the speed that the Arduino can read the data in the serial monitor. And now remember, the setup function is the function where we tell the Arduino board which pins we are going to use. So to do this, we use the pin mode function. So I'm telling him here, hey Arduino, I'm going to use pin number 12, which I called BT, and this pin is an input because it sends us data. And I'll also use the pin lad, which is the pin 11, and this pin is an output. Okay, so the difference here, input send us data, so the button send us data, and the lad is an output because we send data to the lad. Okay, after this we have the function loop. And here is where we code our Arduino board to work. So let me just put a comment here. Here is where we start the serial monitor. Okay, let's go here then. I created this variable status to store the values that my button will send us. So to do this, I have to use it to store a digital read of our button. Okay, and when I say digital, I'm saying that this button can just send us two different data. It can send us 0 or 1. This is the only two possible data that this button can send us. Okay, 0 or 1. That's why we say digital. Okay, so if we press the play button here, nothing will happen. Absolutely nothing will happen, even though I press the button, because we're not using the serial monitor to see the data we are receiving from the button. So to do this, we have this function serial dot println, and then as I am storing the data that my button passes, I'm storing in the variable status. I will print the variable status in the serial monitor. So now if I press the play button, here I can see a bunch of zeros, and if I press the button, it becomes 1. So if I release 0, press the button, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. Okay, so now I can see if my button is working, and I can see also the data it's sending me. So if I press the button, then I receive 1. So think with me, I want to make the LED turn on when I press the button. So I have to compare if my variable status, which receives the data from the button, is equal to 1, then I will turn on my LED. So here I will start working with conditionals. So if status is equal to 1, so this equal sign is asking, it's different because here we are saying to store the number 12 in my variable bt. Same thing here to my variable LED. But here, when we use two equal signs, we are asking if the variable status is equal to 1. Okay? So in case it is equal to 1, it means I'm pressing my button, right? Because when I press my button, my variable status becomes equal to 1. So if status is equal to 1, I will turn on my LED with the command digital write, and then I will turn on my LED, putting it in high state, which means turned on. Okay, let's see happening. I press the play button, I have 0 here, and if I press the button, my LED turns on. Okay, but it doesn't turn off because I didn't put the necessary code. So if status is equal to 1, I turn on my LED, but if it's not equal to 1, so that's why we have the else. So if it's not equal to 1, it obviously is equal to 0 because it just sends us 1 or 0. So then I can say digital write LED low, and now it should work. Press the play button, and when I press the button, the LED turns on, and if I release the button, it turns off. Turns on and off. Okay? Sometimes you have lots of sensors in your circuit, so it's also good to learn how to put text in the serial monitor. So we can use the serial dot print. Okay, serial dot print that just attaches the message you're going to put inside it with the next line. Okay, so the next line is a print ln. So between quotes, I can say my button value is, then 2 dots, and then here I can see my button value is 0, and when I press the button, 1. Okay, so that was our class. It was short, but you actually know at least 50% of what you need to know about Arduino.